Hey, what's up, guys? This is Hunter the Radio, and we are playing Fate Grand Order, and it's time for Lostbelt 4. So as soon as this thing actually goes, we can get this thing started. So wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, the actual thing is on. So let's get started. Right about now. On December 31st, 2019, the entirety of human history was erased in a single stroke. That is definitely true. Yikes. Everything was just gone. Every trace of civilization was wiped out, and in its place, the earth was left a bleached wasteland. No one knew why or how it was done. All that was clear is that humanity had been utterly defeated. Well, some of us do know, but the populace don't, and that is the issue. That is the main issue. Because the populace don't know what's going on. No, it's worse than that. We never even had a chance to fight back. Our destroyer was known as the Foreign God, a being from a distant star wielding unfathomable power. Unfathomable. Entity, we have a message for all of humanity. This planet will soon be reborn as an old, brand new world. Human civilization was a mistake. The path of our growth was incorrect. Who are you to judge that shit? And so, I have made my decision. I will revolt against all of humanity, proper human history. See? We are about to fill this world with inhuman mystic secrets. We will restore the age of gods. Again, who is you to decide that fate? You are nothing more than a human yourself, Kirschtaria, you arrogant son of a bitch. To that end, the gods have descended from far off galaxy, and in their wisdom, they have used 7 seas to select their new leaders. These leaders will remake the planet as they see fit. Wait, oops. Yeah, they will. As they see fit. And the one who reigns supreme... the one who reigns supreme shall be given the right to renew the world itself. You gotta be kidding me. This dude is such a prick. The life forms from proper human history will not be permitted to take part in this war, or even to view it from the sidelines. Yeah, because they're fucking deleted. Trees of creation have sprung up all across the land. Now all of the old humanity's endeavors will be set aside, frozen. My name is Udaime. Kirschtaria Wudaime. On behalf of the 7 cryptors, I have a message for those of you who escaped from Chaldea. No, rather, I have a message for the scant few remnants of the human race. We will be the inheritors of this planet's history. Fuck off. Cryptors, the 7 masters of the old Chaldea who were supposed to save the world. David Semvoid, Ophelia, the Farm Rosalie, Rosalone or something, Beryl Gut, Kadak, Zemuplis, I think that's how you say the name. Fuck it, I'm butchering the hell out of these names. Akuta Hinako, Scandinavian Pepperoncino. And their supposed leader, the foremost disciple of Chaldea's first director, Kirschtaria Wudaime. No one had even been certain they were still alive, but no sooner had they awoken than they turned on the world they had been meant to protect. Chosen by the foreign god, the 7 cryptors were entrusted with caring for the Tree of Emptiness. The enormous tree that appeared around the world after its scoring. Each Tree of Emptiness was followed by a Lostbelt, a hypothetical history that had been pruned from the chronicle of humanity. There was the Russian Lostbelt, where humans had fused with beasts in order to survive in the ultra-cold environment. There was the Scandinavian Lostbelt, where a Ragnarok gone awry had robbed the world of any possible future. And there was a Chinese Lostbelt, where a single ruler who achieved immortality carried the rest of mankind on their shoulders. These and other Lostbelts were to grow their territory, with the one merging triumphant, becoming Earth's official history. As far as the cryptors were concerned, their only enemy, or rather competition, was the other cryptor competing to establish their Lostbelt dominance. The few remnants of the old humanity, Chaldea, were no more than a tiny bump in their road. Really, because we are wiping out your peoples. Before the world was wiped clean, the cryptors had mounted an attack on Chaldea's security organization headquarters and destroyed them. Chaldea was frozen solid, and race shifting, the only possible means by which humanity could have prevented the Great Reset, was lost, or so they thought. That bastard. But though many lives were lost and the survivors were forced to make a desperate retreat, the last Master of Chaldea still lived. Thanks to the Shadow Border, the all-terrain void transporter that had been developed in secret, and its cross-dimensional zero-cell traversal method, the survivors successfully escaped into the void. Having invaded the Greatest Reset, they emerged in the Russian Lostbelt a few months later in April of 2020. They went on to defeat Kadak Zemuplis, the cryptor assigned to the Russian Lostbelt, overthrow the Lostbelt king Ivan the Terrible, and cut down its Tree of Emptiness. Then, after another battle in the Scandinavian Lostbelt, they arrived at the Wandering Sea, a workshop that was home to the only survivors of humanity. Now they had gained a new ally in Sirion Etherim, an alchemist from the Shion Etherim, from the Atlas Institute, left in charge of the Wandering Sea, and are setting out on the next step of their quest to defeat the cryptors and the foreign god. So, how was that recap? Did I do a good job jogging your memory? Like it was yesterday. What about the Chinese Lostbelt or the other things that happened? Oh, you do not need me to tell you about those. They just happened recently, after all. I will save the recap on Goldolf's grand adventure for another time. Anyways, it has now been a few months since you returned from the Chinese Lostbelt. Once you are all set up, I'm going to have you head out on your next order, Lostbelt 4, where you will investigate a strange Lostbelt that has been repeatedly expanding and contracting. And moreover, the captain will be joining in on your adventure into a dazzling realm of Indian mythology. Of course, if I had known then it would take this long to get ready, I would not have hyped it up quite so much. My original calculations had me modifying or convincing Captain a bit sooner than this. Hey, it wasn't your fault we all got caught up in that ordeal. Honestly, I'm just glad we were able to verify that we could actually race shift again. Indeed, we now know for certain that we are able to race shift from the Wandering Sea as well as from Chaldea. While the ability to observe time and space outside the Lostbelts may not help in our efforts to remove them, having more options available can only be a good thing. He ain't wrong there. Though, that's not to say some of us aren't a bit worse for wear. I say, Director Goldolf, has your weight returned to normal yet? It has. Not that I had any say in the matter. I still don't think it's right that I was the only one who didn't get to go on a break. Nor do I see why we need an obsolete relic like race shifting when we have the zero cell. Go on, Mooney. You know I'm right. Tell them how you and the whole staff are just as sick and tired of race shifting as I am. What are you talking about? They're both mind-blowing technological achievements. You've just gotta use them right. Also, I was on the staff at the original Chaldea too, so if anything, I'm way more used to race shifting. You agree with me, right, Dante Yeager? Race shifting is more fun than zero selling, isn't it? Yeah, I guess. Honestly, neither one's exactly a walk in the park. At 2, boy, why did it have to be born so race shift compatible? Oh, never mind all that, Shion. There's something I've been meaning to ask you. We know now that the cryptors accused accursed leader Kirschtaria Udaime is in the Atlantic Lostbelt. I'm also told it's the largest Lostbelt in the world by far, and that the branches of its Tree of Emptiness cover Earth's entire stratosphere. So, what possible point could there be in making a pit stop at this Lostbelt in India? It is not a pit stop. We need to go there to ensure our chance of victory are as high as possible. According to the Trismegistus, the ocean occupies most of the Atlantic Lostbelt territory. And we are not taking a modern day ocean here. We are talking about one from the Age of Gods, filled to the brim with ether and demonic beasts. As things stand right now, we have no way of crossing an ocean like that safely. If you were to enter the Atlantic Lostbelt now, you would end up as so much seaweed. So much seaweed. I see. Does that mean we can't get there in the border? I'm afraid not. Shion and I have been talking about it, and we both came to the conclusion. That it's just not possible to make the border seaworthy while preserving its existence functionally. Just because it can sail in void space doesn't mean it can do the same in reality space. Each ocean requires a completely different means of transversal. And since the border is an all-terrain void transporter, we can't allocate that many resources only to make it capable of sailing on real water. I guess we could technically do it if we made the hull bigger, but if we did that, we wouldn't have nearly enough staff to run it. A vehicle that size would need at least 60 professionals to be operated. Can you guess what resources we are low on just now? I guess that would be human resources. Minoru and the rest of the border staff are all doing their best, but yeah, we need hands. Right? So you are going to acquire what we need in the Indian Lostbelt. So you want us to recruit more people there? No, nothing like that. We already know that you cannot bring anything native to a Lostbelt outside it, right? No, this is a simple matter of earthbound coordinates. India has everything we currently lack, so you are going to go there to get it all in one fell swoop. Is that not right, Captain? We are all done making adjustments and attachments over here. All you have to do is personally activate the Aeronac Phantasmal in India and attach it. Yes, I'll go with them. It's been several months since I started helping out with the border's maintenance. It might be as slow as a sea turtle, but I can't help but have some affection for it after all this time. And I know the phantasm needs to be activated very carefully with a precise ritual and only at particular coordinates. I don't know if we can even use it in a Lostbelt or not, but we'll never know unless we try. That said, I'm the one who's going to decide what it becomes. That part is non-negotiable. And if I decide it's not going to work, I'm going to come back on my own. Got that, Shion? Sure, as your master, I am okay with that, though I seriously doubt you are capable of being so heartless. What are you talking about? We're talking about my coming along with you to India. I thought you'd already been told about that. Da Vinci, do you remember seeing a steel pyramid-shaped object somewhere around the dock? Well, it's mine. I'd like you to store it in the border for me. In the worst case, we can use it as a shield. Oh, you mean the weird-looking thing that almost seemed like a part from a car body kit? Aha, is that the Aeronac Phantasm thing you were just talking about? Yeah, it's not much use for a mermaid that can swim around the sea freely, though. I can't say I know what you are talking about, but the more servants around who can keep me safe, the better. Thanks. Anyway, glad to be here, everybody. Oh, and don't worry about my seat. I already installed one for me, and it only takes up half of Minoru's space. What? Really? That means Captain's gonna be sitting next to me. This is my big chance to show him what I'm made of. I can't wait to get started. Alright, but is that our only objective in India? Does this mean we don't have to cut down its Tree of Emptiness? No, you will definitely be needing to eliminate the Indian Lostbelt while you are there, given that it seems to be indirectly responsible for the recent race ship incident. The Indian Lostbelt, there is a very good chance that these that were pruned away from after they were deemed unnecessary contain significant and unprecedented threats. I have determined that we cannot leave this Lostbelt be just because it is low on our list of priorities. Besides, there is still so much we do not know, and not just about the Tree of Emptiness. What is going on with the cryptos who are the alter egos claiming to be disciples of the foreign god? Every Lostbelt we investigate provides us with more data. Data Yagamash, Da Vinci, Gordov, Minoru. As the one supervising the command room and as someone personally wishing for your success, there is something I wish to say. You need to eliminate every Lostbelt. We have no choice but to fight regardless of how painful the choice is. You need to eliminate them to improve our chances of victory during the inevitable climactic confrontation and to return human history to its proper place. Shion. Whoops, scratch that. I should know better than to get overly serious before you have even headed out on a mission. I am sure we will run into more than enough trouble in the Lostbelt, so we should at least try to enjoy ourselves while we are in the base. Alright, that is all for now. Please make sure to review the particulars of this mission on your mobile devices. This order will commence at dawn. Be sure to get plenty of sleep and come to the dock by the time we agreed on. Roger that. Da Vinci? Is she sleepwalking? Sleep standing? Oh, Tanta Yeager, what's up? We have less than 6 hours until the mission starts. You should head back to your room and get some rest. I doubt we'll have many chances to get a full night's sleep once we're in the Lostbelt. Who knows when you'll get another chance to stay in bed that doesn't rock. You might want to check your watch. Huh? It's already time. Have I been sleeping steady enough this whole time? Oopsie. I didn't really want to go back to my workshop, so I guess I ended up resting my eyes first. A little longer than I meant to. Well, I feel silly. Anyways, go on and head down to the dock. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Where did she get those roller skates? Vinci is having some operational difficulties. Neza? I have been behind you for some time. You must have been so focused on Da Vinci that you didn't notice. In any case, this is a good chance to tell you this. You can't let Da Vinci push herself too much. She is doing everything Leonardo da Vinci would be doing, but while in a much smaller body. That obviously puts tremendous strain on her now. You must be aware of that. She may have inherited Leonardo da Vinci's duty, but she is a pseudo-servant just like Mash is. We may differ in format, but she and I are very similar. I understand how she is feeling. No, scratch that. I do not know how she is feeling. Da Vinci is so strong. Neza? I said too much. My apologies. So please keep this between us, promise? I am coming along to the Indian Lostbelt. I hope we can continue you to get along. Glad to have you with us again. Understood. I promise I will not let you down. That said, the jewel in my chest is acting up a bit. I don't think this has ever happened to me before. The Indian Lostbelt is a very bad place. Every part of my spirit origin is warning me not to go. Even so, every Lostbelt is dangerous. I am the Crown Prince Nessa. I must not back down from a challenge. If things go bad, I know you will help me. I'm sure I have nothing to worry about. Let's go. The others are waiting. Aw, man. I'm sorry I'm late. I can't believe I took so long to get ready. It looks like you are all here. Let us begin the final rundown. Your destination is the Indian Lostbelt. Your objective is to help Captain gain experience point. Power up the Shadow Border or explore the Indian Lostbelt and ultimately eliminate it. She's about to say experience points. Captain and I will handle the Shadow Border side of things, so please do not concern yourself with that. What I would like you to focus on, Master Dante Yeager, is cutting down the Indian Tree of Emptiness. I estimate you should have room in the border to fit about 20 days worth of supplies. While the Aeronox Phantasm will be loaded into the hangar as supplemental equipment, you will not need to account for it in battle as it is not meant for offensive purposes. I take it we will be summoning reinforcement servants within the Lostbelt again as we have done thus far. Correct. From here you will need to travel across void space to get close to the Indian Lostbelt. And from there you will need to immediately undergo another zero cell in order to make your way inside. Like, consecutive zero cells are draining even for servants, and Da Vinci's protective safeguards can only do so much. So I think it's best if we keep no more than 3 servants on standby in the border. Then no matter how many servants we win over to our side in the future, we'll only be able to take 3 of them into the Lostbelt with us. That is how it works out. Yes, I am not saying we can never send more than 3 if we really need to, or if we really have to, but the servants summoned inside a Lostbelt are more powerful anyway. So when you get there, I would like you to secure a ley line and use Masha's holy relic to form a contract with a new heroic spirit, just as you have in the other Lostbelts. Alright then, as the Wandering Seas command room supervisor, I have an order for those of you on the field team. As of this moment, Naval Chaldea will be transitioning to its first battle position. Field team, go ahead and board the border, starting with Master Dante Yeager. Once I have confirmed all of your vitals are green, you will begin a zero cell and officially commence Order Lostbelt No. 4 along with its suborder Horn Monster. Make sure you all give it everything you have, and I look forward to your safe return. Well, now that was an interesting first start, and it only took us 27 minutes. Unfortunately, I have to cut this short because I have some things that I need to iron out. But I will be back in, I say, an hour or so. So look forward to some more live streams.